I realize now that port is not right and is actually just in my language, haha. What I mean is an outside area that houses surround and you all share it. You can have your little garden area there, but it's an open plan, like a behind area for our apartments, but all of our apartments form a wall around it. It's common in Nordic countries. There are probably 14 to 20 apartments around this port. A courtyard is the word. I live in an apartment downtown of a capital. It's still fairly quiet as the bedroom side of it faces the little port we share with our neighbors instead of the street. Well, it was quiet until our shitty neighbors moved in. They own a dog that barks desperately all the time, and two annoying little girls that literally scream bloody murder outside in the port in the mornings, just screaming as loud as they can, seemingly for fun, and nobody stops them until we shout out the window for them to knock it out. I can't say I blame them, seeing how their parents don't seem to be able to raise them nor their dog, so trying to get attention by any means seems to be the thing. I honestly feel really sorry for the kids. The parents also love parties, and they love to take the party outside when the weather is nice, smoking, scream laughing, drunkenly singing, and so on. And the port has a lot of echo, so it's loud as fuck. Point is, they're just inconsiderate assholes, but I don't feel like facing them directly as I am not confrontational and they seem dodgy and unstable. The new thing seems to be not just keeping to the outside of their door, but rather use my side of the port as an extension of their party. They or their guests from the party would come and gossip drunkenly underneath my window, which I always keep open lest I drown in my own sweat. The first time I ignored it as I could, as it was only after midnight and a weekend. They stayed for like an hour talking shite about some people as I tried to shove my pillow deep into my ear canals. Not much later they do it again. The same people, what the fuck? I open the window as far as I can and slam it back. I almost saw their souls leave their body as they scurried away. There is peace beneath my window for some weeks, if you exclude screaming children, a barking dog, and their inside parties. Then good weather rolls around. It's not super common at night in my country, and garden party ensues. The gossip assholes roll around once everyone is piss drunk at 3 a.m., and they start blabbing loudly beneath my window again, bitching about some people. Fuck that. But this time I was prepared. I grabbed my phone and immediately started voice recording. After a few minutes of their mean rants, I fetch my Bluetooth speaker, place it in the window, and start playing their shit talk back at them, loudly enough for it to echo within the port and reach the outside party. They shut up very quickly, and I notice the party noises and music have died down too. Nobody is saying anything. After I've played their shit talking for a bit, I am peeking behind my curtains and see them panicking, trying to see where the noise is coming from. But in their drunken state and with the echo, they're not entirely sure where their voices are coming from. Giving up and going back to the party, I hear them speaking to the party guests in desperate voices, and it is clear to me now that they must have been shit talking about their friends as the voices answering back are getting angry. It turns into a full-blown shouting argument. Lots of alcohol involved, so no wonder. But this time I do not mind the noise and I cuddle my pillow satisfied. The port has been blissfully free of drunken gossip for some weeks now, and I suspect they won't use it for some time to come. If they do, I'll be ready. Comment. Hey, do you have quiet time laws where you live? In Germany, you're not allowed to make noise between 22 to 7 o'clock, and the police will come and break up a party if you call them. It's so strict that even cafes that have outdoor seatings and are located in residential buildings/areas will ask everyone to go inside after 2200 hours, because it's common for neighbors to complain about noise even from restaurants. Good on you though, awesome move. OP reply. Yes, we do, but since I live right downtown and have to walk 2 streets to be in the party zone with bars and clubs being open till 5 in the morning, the attitude is a bit, well, you chose to live here, what did you expect? I could have called the cops and I wanted to, but felt like I would be bothering them with such nonsense. Also, all my other neighbors did nothing either. These people act scary and unstable in the daytime too. Comment. We had downstairs neighbors exactly like this. Loud parties, scream-legging, smoking the worst-smelling weed in existence. My wife finally recorded 2 of them, one a neighbor and the other a party guest, drunkenly flirting, then their drunken phone conversation a week later, with her trying to get back together with the guest. Of course, her roommate was also her girlfriend, who had no idea about the other woman. Hugh, my wife, loudly playing back both conversations as they sat on their back patio and smoked Godawful skunkweed. First woman had trouble covering the rent by herself after that. Comment. Decades ago at university, a friend of a friend had a noise issue with his next-door neighbor's loud sex noises coming through a shared wall. He took the same approach, recorded a performance, and played it back through the wall using a massive stereo once they had finished. The problem stopped. Comment. I had some neighbors who had insanely loud sex. I lived in an apartment building. They were in a house with a parking lot between us. They didn't get loud often, so I took no action. The only revenge I took was once, walking behind them in the neighborhood. I thought, I know what you each sound like when you come. It made me laugh and feel slightly embarrassed at the same time. That was 30 years ago. I hope they're still together and waking up their neighbors. Comment. Wow, that is out-fucking-standing. You didn't even have to say anything to them. You shut them up and shut them down, all with their own words. Comment. Sadly, saying something to inconsiderate people like this rarely results in any positive change, and can even create more negative backlash than anyone might believe, especially if you're actually dealing with narcissists. What they do understand is when they suffer consequences for their own actions. In other words, they are unlikely to care when it affects others, but very likely to care when it affects themselves. Opis. Comment. That's awesome. You are a standout in the fact that you didn't even say anything. They said it all, and it turned their night and probably a few friendships into a turd sandwich. Please leave your story in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to get new update. Thank you.